Hello guys, my name is Will and welcome to one more video about Dragonheir Silent Gods. In this one, we're gonna talk about Grave of Curse. I'm gonna tell you a free-to-play team that you can use to defeat this content. So we are going just straight there, Grave of Curse, and as you guys can see, I've been doing higher stages, but it's not with the free-to-play team for sure, alright? So we're gonna have a look at the team that I will recommend you to use. So, as you've seen on other content, the 3 heroes that I recommend, so these two are not free to play, okay, maybe you don't have them, but I'll explain the strategy, everything that you need to use, you'll be fine, alright? So, we're gonna use these 3 characters that you get for free, alright? And that's why it's free to play. Besides these two, the DPS, are replaceable. And I'm gonna let you know which options we have as a free-to-play that you can use as well. Again, for this character, I don't even think these two are the best options. There are even more free-to-play options to use on this guy, okay, that do more damage. So, for this guy, we are using these 3 characters, and they are really needed for this boss, okay? So, we're gonna start with Irion, okay? Remember that to this work, at least these 2 characters need to be scrolled, alright? At least the ultimate needs to be scrolled. So one trick you can do is to put some scrolls one by one, and if you fill the ultimate until level 5, then you stop scrolling and you leave the battle skill. But these 2, or even these 3, are kinda worth it to scroll because they will be useful on every content, and I mean, these are the free-to-play characters that you will use on most of the content, so they are really worth it because you need them. And it's really important in this game to have the right timings. So for this boss, I need to explain how it works, how the boss works, and what I'm using and why you are using. So we're gonna start one by one on the characters and then I'll move from there. So the first character we are using is Irion, okay? So Irion has the capacity to get ally protection to all allies and reduce damage reduction, defense up, and gives a shield to himself, okay? So I'm using this set, which is very helpful on this content, that makes the wearer gains 1% ultimate energy each time taking damage, alright? So this set will be useful even if you don't have if you don't have the fully scrolled ultimate. This set will make your ultimate to recharge faster, okay? And then I'm using some accuracy, as you guys can see. I have 229. You don't really need it, but it's very helpful for this attack penalty, okay? That's why I'm giving him some accuracy, just to apply some extra attack penalty, because we are already getting attack penalty from Wrymrrow. So this is what you need to know from this one. Then, on Taurin, we are using another set. This set, Assessor Protection, is going to decrease the wearer's damage taken by 10%, and while 15% of the damage will be transferred to the wearer. So this means that all the damage taken from the other characters, including Irion, will be transferred to Taurin. And this guy deals a lot of damage, alright? Especially with this skill, because he gets these 2 buffs, 30% attack up, 30% damage up, and then he's going to use this skill, okay? We'll get there. Then we are using Wrymrrow. So Wrymrrow will apply attack penalty too, and reduce the ultimate energy. So this guy takes, without any delays, it takes 18 seconds to cast all of his skills. But with Wrymrrow, I'm gonna delay that for 2 seconds. And it's 2 seconds because I want it to be 2 seconds, alright? Because if you delay 2 seconds... Oh, let's go back. If you delay 2 seconds, it means it will take 20 seconds to cast all of his skills. And that's more than enough for the strategy I'm planning here. Besides that, she can provide defense up and shield, okay? And then you just need 2 characters that do a lot of DPS. Now, talking about the boss, and this is very important as well. This boss, Shinus, he gets 2 buffs and deals the single target damage, okay? And according with the damage he does, he gains a large portion of his damage is converted to a shield. So we don't want that shield, right? We don't want that shield because it means we will need to do more damage, because besides taking his HP, we need to take over the shield as well. So the trick here is to use this ultimate from Irion before the boss does that single target. Because if I do my shield first and I get that shield before this skill, it means that if the boss only taking the shield is not damaging the HP, so with that he's not getting any shield, alright? And you guys will see during the video how that works, and I'll explain so you understand better what I'm explaining. Second trick is that with the ultimate, it removes one buff, and if there's no buffs on your characters, the damage will be increased by 50%. So it means that we want to wave at least one buff on all our characters, and it's where Thorin comes on. So with Thorin, this guy will grant visibility to all targets, okay? And that's a buff, okay? Invisibility, it's a buff. And besides that, also his passive is granting 20% of max HP and defense to the tank, making him more tanky, okay? So when this boss casts the ultimate, he's going to remove one of the buffs, which can be the ally protection, but we will still have another buff, which is invisibility, okay? So two things we are already preventing: the shield from this with Irion ultimate, and the two buffs to prevent the 50% more damage. And then Wrymrrow, the only thing that she comes here to do is to increase his cycling from 18 seconds to 20 seconds, because this guy takes 19.7 and this one takes 20 seconds, and this way everyone can take their time to cast their skills. There's no need to give skill list or anything like that. And she's also applying attack penalty and removing, if you guys remember, these two buffs from the boss, okay? Otherwise, if this guy casts this skill with these two buffs and no attack penalty, he's going to one-shot everyone. Then I have some timings, okay? So I have 14 seconds the first cast of Wrymrrow and to cycle on recast on 20 seconds. So it means that she will cast at 14 seconds, and after that she will always cast around here. So the boss will take 8 seconds to reach the ultimate and to cast the ultimate, which gives me enough time to keep this buff on, so 10 seconds buff, and this buff on, which is a 10 seconds buff. And then the first cast from Thorin will be at 20 seconds, okay? So exactly after the boss casting the ultimate and doing damage to my characters, Irion will cast his healing on everyone, okay? And everyone will be healed back to full HP. And then Thorin will cast his ultimate at 12 seconds, because it's when he's casting this single target damage skill. And with this, we'll prevent the shield, alright? So, now that we talked about this, and I explained everything, let's just check the fight, okay? I'm gonna go straight to it, and let's have a look. Okay, so, let's slow it down. Okay, so we have the shield from Thorin. Will be now. Okay, so shield on, we have a shield there, preventing the damage, so no damage from there, no shield for him. Delay of 2 seconds, attack penalty there. He's going now to cast the ultimate and remove the buffs. We have healing going on already. So, he removed one buff, but there's still another buff there from invisibility, or the defense. So we got the visibility after, so he's removing the visibility. And will be the same thing after this, okay? Pretty straightforward. Again, shield, no shield on on the curse boss, and we have attack penalty, always removing buffs. He's still taking a really good amount of damage, as you guys can see. But these units are not the best ones to do this boss, to be honest. The DPS characters, I'm talking about the DPS characters. I'm gonna jump to the end of the fight, and then we're gonna talk a bit more. Okay, we are now finishing the boss. He's almost dead. Okay, he's dead now. We got our rewards, and that's it. So we got the boss dead. Now we're gonna talk about alternatives. So you need to use these 3 characters, but you can change the DPS. So ideally, since we are investing on permafrost, ideally you want to get to use these units to get the max from the affinity tree. Okay, so good units you can use here. from the Frost side, so let's start with Frost. You can use Usha, or you can use Zitus. All right, I would advise to use Usha. She's a better single target damage dealer. And to apply the Frost, use Dorcurus or Rava. Both are good options. Then from the summon side, of course, use Ladelia, because you get her for free. And you can use this guy here, Irion. Okay, is a good option as well, or any other summoner character. So use Ladelia and any of these summoner characters will be alright. Then let's check everyone. So Raleigh on this one, if you pick Edu, will be a really good amount of damage dealer, and then if you pick someone else like Tatlin to boost his damage, or even Gitona, she deals a good amount of damage, will be two great picks. From Dauntless will be amazing for this. They do a really good amount of single target damage. You can use like Shelter and Nimbus. Nimbus will be the best pick, and then but you can use Og. This one, you can use Yagnats. Yagnats is amazing damage dealer as well, and any other Dauntless characters will boost his damage. Frost we talked about. Wild, same thing. We have Tonolan, will be an amazing option. Nida, she is a rare character but does an amazing damage as well. Or Karaman, does a good amount of damage. You have plenty of good options for to damage this boss. And just the last thing I forgot to talk about, which is artifacts. Okay, artifacts here pretty easy. So this guy I'm using accuracy because I want to apply that attack penalty. You don't really need to use this artifact. If you want, you can use. It's providing. I'm just using it because of the accuracy and gives me some defense. But you can use anything else like Scarab Amulet just to provide some defense stats. On Viniara, I'm not using this because of the skill lists. I'm cycling it 20 seconds, so you can use any other artifact, to be honest, that provide you some accuracy. So anything from this list, anything that gives accuracy should be fine. And then this one, you can replace. So this one will give some damage, but if you don't have it, you can just use Mirror of the Living to increase the healing. And that's basically it, okay? These are my advice, the strategy I used to do this as a free-to player. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me your feedback, comment below what you like to see on the next video. Hope you guys have been enjoying, and don't forget to check the next video because will be Grave of Curse, but this time will be a speed run. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, leave your like, subscribe, and see you in the next one.